guys have been asking me about it, so we're gonna check it out. We're gonna find out the best ways to make Robux. I'm talking about starting at absolutely zero and going all the way to like 1,000,000 Robux without spending $1. And I love featuring guys like this because they are genuinely here to help out the community. Let's do this.
Over the years I've been playing Roblox, I've been able to make millions of Robux. In my group, I currently have about 350,000 Robux.
A lot of
and
Robux.
over my other accounts, I probably have close to 2 million. As you can see in my transactions, I've actually never even bought Robux. As you can see, my currency purchases are at 0. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of the best ways to actually make Robux. I'm not going to be showing you guys any free Robux websites or any scams or anything.
Good. I was going to say, please do not send me to another website. That's all I'm saying. That's thank goodness.
I'm going to show you guys the methods that I use to actually make all my Robux. I actually use most is trading limited items on Roblox. So
I haven't actually done this.
You can actually make a lot of profit.
But I've heard people that do it.
Of Robux just by trading items. The great thing about trading is that not only can you actually make a ton of Robux from doing it, but it's actually a lot of fun. You get to meet a lot of new people, and it's a lot of fun to actually try to make trades and make profit through it.
I don't know if I'd say
I've made over 2 million Robux, and there's literally players who have made hundreds of millions of Robux through trading.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a great way to make Robux. The only major problem is that you do need to have Robux premium in order to actually make trades. So if you do plan on trading, what I recommend doing is getting the cheapest premium. Get the one that's $4.99.
One thing I will say though, guys, if you guys want to dive into like the trading space and try to make some money doing that, trading can be a little bit toxic because you run into a lot of, we'll just call them interesting characters in the trading world. Okay, so yeah, I don't really dabble in it, but I used to in other games back in the day. But yeah, it's
$99.
Do what your own risk.
You get 450 Robux, so that should give you enough to actually buy a limited. Honestly, just try to buy the cheapest limited you can, and you can just start with that and hopefully make your way up to a lot of Robux. On my account right now, I have about 1.5 million Robux in value, and if you look at my chart and look at the first day that I was actually trading, I started with only 553 Robux. So that's about the same as what you get from premium.
That's pretty good.
The point of me saying that is to prove that you really don't need a lot to actually start trading, and you can start with a little amount and make it to a lot. The next method that I actually use a lot is creating clothes. So I have my own clothing group on Roblox, and I make my own clothes in it. As you can see, I have an entire catalog of clothing, and I've made a lot of sales through doing so. If you go to my sales, you guys can see that I've actually gotten a lot of sales on some of my clothing. And my best-selling clothing piece has 33,000 sales.
33,000
So the point of me showing you guys my sales is to show that it actually is a possible thing, that you guys can make a lot of Robux from selling clothing.
It's true.
And as far as advertisements, I've only spent like around 400 Robux on ads.
Advertised before.
So obviously you don't need to put a lot of Robux in.
Okay.
Honestly, if I had never even put this amount in, I would have still got the same amount of sales. I think the secret to making clothes is you need to actually make a lot of different clothes. If you only have like a few shirts or a few pants, you're not really going to get that many sales. You need to make a lot of good quality clothes and make stuff that other people don't have. So don't just go into the catalog and recreate the first thing you see.
That's true.
You want to just make something completely unique that isn't on the catalog and that you think will get a lot of sales. So be sure to be unique and be sure to have good quality and make a lot of clothing. That's the way that you're going to make a lot of Robux. And if you do plan on making clothing, I always recommend doing it in a group. That way you can have the Robux in group funds, and you can distribute the Robux any way you want to. The next thing you could do is you can actually make your own game on Roblox. Honestly,
it does cost money though, but yes, this is a good one.
But I have a few friends who have made games and literally have made millions of Robux from it.
Yeah.
You don't even need a front page game to make a lot of Robux.
You don't?
If you have a game that consistently just has a few people in it, and you have a lot of game passes, you'll actually end up making a lot of money. Because not only do you make Robux from game passes, but you also make Robux from users with premium just being in your game. With everything added up, you actually end up making a lot of Robux.
It's true.
So you don't need a game with hundreds of thousands of members and billions of visits. You just need to have a game that's good. The main problem with making your own game is that it is pretty expensive. Because you have to remember that you do have to advertise it, and most of the time you're actually gonna have to hire people to help you. I mean, unless you know how to do everything by yourself, you're probably gonna need to pay other people. So for making games...
Yeah, so my brother and I, Dexter Plays, have made a couple of games, and yes, it takes a very, very long time because you gotta basically script it out, you gotta build everything. It does take a long time, but yeah, you could definitely make a lot of Robux from games, that's for sure.
I don't think that it's something that you can really do just from scratch, having 0 Robux. you probably need a little bit to start off with to actually start making games.
Yeah.
But once you do make a good game, you'll actually end up making a lot of Robux. Because making games on Roblox is actually the best way to make Robux. The people with the most Robux,
but you gotta have people play the game. That's the main thing. People have to play it. You know, that's
Robux are people who actually have made games. And all the wealthiest users on Roblox are all game developers.
Well, yeah,
so if you really want a lot of Robux, I recommend making a game. Even though it does take a lot of time and does require a lot of investment, it does pay out a lot. The next method is actually doing commissions on Roblox. So I've made an entire YouTube series on going to 100,000 Robux through doing commissions. Yep. So basically what commissions are is you would be building or scripting or even making GFXs for someone else, and they'll end up paying you either Robux or real money. So personally, I use a Discord server called Hidden Devs.
So real quick, if you guys are really good at building stuff or making clothes, you guys can actually sell your like talents to other people. So they could be like, hey, I would like to use you. I'll pay you 1,000 Robux to just do this. Like my brother and I have used many people to do many things. It's a really good way to do it.
You find people who are looking to hire. Once I actually find someone, I negotiate with them and we try to find a certain amount of Robux that'll work for the build that I'm actually doing. In my opinion, the best part about this method is that you need literally zero investment. You don't need Roblox Premium.
It's true.
You don't need to have any Robux to start with. You could start with 0 Robux on
Roblox
a new
Studio.
account, and you could still make a lot. The difficult part is you just need to find people who are willing to hire you. So you want to have a lot of good builds or a lot of good scripts that you've made in the past that you can show them and prove that you're actually a good scripter, builder,
I like this guy.
GFX.
I like
There's
this guy
a lot of great ways to do that. I mean, if you guys are interested, you can definitely check out my series where I did commissions and made a lot of Robux through doing it. So the final method that I actually have is invest.
Run these
What I mean by that is you can invest your Robux into limited items or into people's games and actually make a lot in return. The only problem with this method is that obviously you need to start with a lot of Robux in order to actually make it happen. But the good thing is after you actually invest your Robux, you don't have to do anything else. Once you invest, your responsibility is pretty much done. And you just have to wait, and hopefully your items or the game actually does really well, and you can make a lot of Robux from it. So again, the benefit is that you're pretty much doing nothing. All you have to do is research the items, research the game, and make sure that you think it's going to do well, and then you'll end up making Robux. So if I were to rank them from best to worst in terms of how much Robux you would make, I would say that making a game will definitely make you the most Robux. Making clothing is probably the second best method. Trading is probably the third. Doing commissions is probably number 4. And investing
okay, at least that's number 5.
Obviously, that doesn't mean that you can't make more Robux from investing than making games. Generally, that's just the order that I would put it in. Because it definitely can be different for everyone. But let me know if you guys actually end up trying any of these methods.
So yes, that's actually why I featured this guy, because I do agree with him. I think he's got a lot of awesome stuff to say. Making a game is going to make you the most Robux for sure, but a lot of you guys don't know how to do that. Clothes are great. Most of you guys are amazing artists. Just go make some clothes, put them on Roblox, and see if people grab them. Other than that, guys, I hope this helped you guys out. Go make a bunch of Robux. I appreciate you guys. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.